Are we live? Yes. Right. I'm just getting the old chat up. I know this is a bit of a impromptu stream, but that's like what all mine are anyway. But yeah, I was just going to the post office, so I thought I'd check in. It's almost been 2 weeks since I've actually done a video, which is pretty crazy because normally I like to say about 3 days is right. Oh, yeah, we've got an echo. There we go. So yeah, just thought I'd check in. It's pretty crazy that I've not done a video in 2 weeks because, as I say, I like to sort of do one every 2 to 3 days. I feel as if the reseller audience, that's about right. Obviously, when you're doing different audiences, you know, with YouTube, some audiences may like videos every day, others twice a day. Video length is obviously a consideration, all these other things. But anyway, I like to do a video every 2 or 3 days. I've not managed to do that. Obviously, you guys are aware work I've got going on. So I just thought I would check in with you, give you a bit of an update on progress, as the title says, and just interact with a few of you guys on the chat. We have 6 people watching, which is crazy. Tom and Beeknuke, came through Cheltenham. Cheltenham. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he says welcome back. Yeah. So an update on the progress of rework. I had like 700 odd listings. I did have close to 800, but then I didn't list from like the 19th of December all the way through to like the 28th. Listings took a hit down to about 700, and then I've recently done this rework. I've basically finished. There are a few things that I want to do. Someone said, hello ads, welcome back. Do you sell on Amazon too? Yeah, I sell on FBA. I don't do merchant fulfilled. I did do merchant fulfilled for a very short time period, but then I just sort of threw myself into FBA. And yeah, I do. Well, to give you some insight on how much sort of my income is divided up between eBay and Amazon, last month I did more on Amazon. I did about 55 to 60% of my sales, overall sales, were on Amazon FBA. So yeah, I would say I want to get it at that 50-50 level, because at the moment it's a bit, you know, with the fees, it's a bit uncertain. And then basically, if I have that 50-50 level, it means that if one platform goes, I've still got some sort of income coming through. Hey ads, Happy New Year. Oh yeah, I've not even said Happy New Year to you guys. So yeah, big Happy New Year to all my new subscribers. I have, and all my existing subscribers as well. I have reached over 1,000. I actually got, my goal was to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. And I got there like an hour before New Year's Day. It was about 11 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And yes, I was on YouTube on New Year's Eve, and I'm terrible. Yeah, but it was crazy. So that was awesome. So and when you hit 1,000 subscribers, so many people have told me like, you just sort of see like all your work being paid off, and it feels real and stuff like that. And it really does, you know, it feels like that was like my ultimate target, 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just so happy. So thank you for all the new subscribers. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And yeah, I'm coming back with some regular content, some better content. I've got a lot of items I want to show you from my next FBA shipment. There's loads of items from an FBA shipment that just went out that I didn't get to show you. I did a 143 item shipment. I think it was like, yeah, this Thursday just gone. So yeah, that all went out, and you didn't really see much of that. So yeah, I wanted to show you bits and bobs of that, but I've got loads of stuff to show you in the other room, so I need to do that. So as I was saying, I'll continue on about the rework. So I had about 700 listings on when I started this rework. And then I took a load of below £10 items off. Not all of them. I did want to do a little bit more, but I decided to keep on the Game Gear games. I have quite a few below a tenner Game Gear games on, but I thought, you know what, they're so easy to pack and they can just, you know, stay on and just sell through. And also the vintage tins, antique tins, they're staying on. Just because, I don't know, I just feel like they're okay. They can just tick over. They're not taking up a huge amount of space as the Game Gear games weren't. But a lot of the Lego parts, they've all come off, or the Lego minifigures have come off, and I've rebundled them up, and most of that lot is back on now. So I was at 700 listings. This was Wednesday. Then Wednesday, Thursday time, I was doing this big rework. Then I went all the way, I took 200 items off, went all the way down to 500 items ish. Then the last 5 days I've been hammering eBay, and I've got back up to 615 listings, which is pretty crazy. I know, like in 5 days, that's like over 20 a day. And for me, that's really good. I mean, for others, maybe we can do more, but for me, that's like awesome. So yeah, I'm back up there a little bit. My sales have taken a bit of a slump for the last few days, because obviously loads of items were coming off, and I've got to keep listing and get those sales back to where I want them. Also in January, we're going to slow down a little bit anyway. FBA has been a bit slow because I didn't, obviously, this shipment has gone in now, and I'm hoping that it'll pick up a bit more from today. But from sort of the first, or yeah, I would say like New Year's Day to sort of now, it's been pretty slow on FBA. But I'm gonna hammer another shipment out next week. I've got tons to do this week with FBA, and get that out. But in terms of where I am with the rework, I'm pretty much done, essentially. Items back from Amazon, like long-term storage items, things like that. And I've just got to get a few other bits and bobs done, a few more items back on. Someone's in the chat. Yeah, Amanda says, I think us watching have probably subscribed if we got here so quick. So yeah, it's pretty much done. What was I going to say? I forgot where I am now. Yeah, I've just got to tie up some loose ends, really. I am going to do like another smaller like reassess in a few months' time on eBay. And oh yeah, the other main thing, the most important thing to say is nothing is going on below a tenner plus postage now. So when all those tins and all those Game Gear games and all that sort of stuff, no, it's okay, Amanda. I just lose my place. I'm not really in the headspace today. I feel like, I don't know, like I've not had much to do. I like this morning in particular, like I've not had that many to wrap. As I said, sales have been slow on eBay, so I'm not really in that like headspace or that proactiveness or that I don't know, that sort of efficient headspace. So I'm still not with it. And of course, we're not doing YouTube for a while. I'm not really with YouTube. Didn't mean to take you off track. Oh no, I'm off track again now. Yeah, so sales have been slow on that. I've already said that. Yeah, that was it. £10 item. So I'm only doing things at £10 plus postage. All the tins, Game Gear games. There is a few other little bits and bobs that are still on below a tenner. And that they're all just going to obviously sell through. And then once that's done, it'll only be items that are tenner plus postage because I'm not putting on any that are below that. And my aim this year is to try and get to like 900 listings, maybe 1,000, depending on storage. But I think I could probably get to 1,000. And then just like wheedle out even more. So like instead of doing my bottom end now is a tenner plus postage, I'll increase that to £15. So then I'll start to wheedle out those £10 plus postage items and stuff like that. So so yeah, that's where I'm at. With regards to Amazon, I really want to continue FBA, and I will be doing, but I don't know in how much of a big way, with these long-term storage fees, all that sort of palaver, all these restrictions. I am feeling a little bit nervous about it. like especially like with the video game restrictions coming in with Microsoft. Like I don't sell that many Xbox titles and stuff, so okay, yeah, I sell a few Xbox 360 games, but I've not really sold Xbox consoles on there, so that's not too much of a worry. But the fact is that if they can restrict Xbox games, they're going to restrict Sony games, you know, PS1, PS2. I don't know about Nintendo. Maybe they'll restrict Nintendo stuff, but it's just a bit eerie at the moment. So I want to grow that, but I don't know whether I will that much until all this is cleared over. Who's in the chat now? Jason says, keep up the good work, mate. Really enjoying your videos. Andrew Robinson, same last name as me. My aim is 1,000 as well. Yeah, I think 1,000 is a good level, especially if you're selling like items with a fairly decent sell-through. Like if you're selling antiques or something like that, then just go for the sky. You know, the sky's the limit. Just keep growing. But with like toys and games, I think 1,000 or 1,500 is that cut-off level. But like a one-man band, if you went over that, you just couldn't grow it. Basically, you'd just be fulfilling the orders and just replenishing. Oh, my screen's gone a bit. I can't send anything by Sony, Samsung, Becklin, or Microsoft. Oh, so does that mean? I don't know whether you'll know this, but does that mean? Oh no, Reseller. Are you in the US? I think you are. Just tell me in the chat, because I actually want to speak to a few US guys about the restrictions that have gone into place, because then that'll make me aware of sort of what's to come. Obviously, it might be a slightly different because it's a different market, you know, being the UK, but I imagine the restrictions are going to be similar. So I would like to speak to a couple of US guys about the restrictions and just see where I am. No, it's not. I thought it was. No, I'm in Cornwall. Anyway, so maybe does that mean they've already restricted Sony, Samsung, and that, but because I've sold them in the past, maybe I've not been restricted. So maybe I wouldn't say safe, but maybe I'm a little bit okay for now. But I don't know. It's still a bit hit or miss really with it. So, and really, these are like the first wave of restrictions, just a few here and there. I think we'll get a lot more. So anyway, I don't know. No, for some reason I thought you were in the US, but yeah, I am just being a bit cautious with FBA. Just one of them things, really. Actually, I've got some parcels on the bed, so I'll just sort of talk to you about a few orders right now. I'll put them up this way so then you don't see the addresses. Resell roadie, up until January, I had no abnormal restrictions. I just don't know with it at the moment. It's all hit or miss. Killer Instinct for N64 boxed with manual and one insert, but I believe there might have been another insert with it. I'm not too sure, but it wasn't there anyway. It wasn't present, and it didn't have the inner cardboard placement thing. You know what I mean? That holds the game in. I don't know the official term. That went for 25 quid free postage. This is amazing. I actually picked this up boxed in a charity shop. An N64 game boxed in a charity shop. I couldn't believe it. I paid up because I had to get it. You don't see these things in charity shops. I paid a tenner for it, but it was a quick flip. It was like a day it was on for. So yeah, really happy with that. Just nice quick flip. Nothing amazing, not a great net profit on that, but you know, still, I just couldn't leave it. It's one of them things you just can't leave. Right. Screwball Scramble. I can't even remember what I got for that. It will have been between like 12 and 15. I would have paid between sort of £1 and £2. I don't normally pay much more than that or any more than that for this game. So yeah, that was that one. What else we got? Oh, New Super Mario Bros. I got that in a job lot. Did I get? Oh God, have I just showed that address there? I might have to edit that. Yeah, I'll have to edit that. But yeah, so I got this in a job lot, New Super Mario Bros. I'm trying to think what it cost me, but I don't quite know. I imagine it would have been about £2 in a job lot, something around there. and that went for £11, free postage, and that went fairly quick as well. Right, I'll have to make sure that I'm not showing addresses. Right, this one, wrestling figures, Jack specific, and I think this went for, I don't know whether it was £17.99 all in or £17.99 plus postage. £17.99 plus postage. 10 random, just a random bundle of figures, and I paid like £4. Yeah, I paid like £4 or £5 for this in a charity shop. It's so long ago. Some of these prices, I can't even remember what I paid for them, but I know that there's profit in it if you like understand. But yeah, it was like £4 or £5 in the charity shop, so it was about £4 or £5 into £20. Who's that in the chat? Oh, I can't pronounce that name, but he says, "Good to see you're back. Thanks very much." Yeah. I will have more videos. I am going to do, as I said earlier on, I'm going to do a lot of sort of FBA, well, not FBA videos, but like showing my FBA hauls a bit more, because I really want to do that. It'd be fun. Right, what else? I've got an N64 game. What's this? Oh, a PSP bundle. Oh, God, I can't remember how much this went for now. I think it was £15 plus postage, but don't quote me. Actually, I've got my phone. I've got my phone. Yeah, but it says math. He says it's a Dutch version of the name Matt. Right, Matthias, I think. It's quite a cool name. Quite a powerful name, actually. Right, anyway, I'm going to just get this thing up. Yeah, it was £17.99 for those wrestling figures plus £4.99 postage, but it's actually only going to cost me like £2 odd postage because it's not as heavy as I thought. If it'll even load. It never loads when you want it to, does it? I think it was like £14.99 plus postage. Let's have a look. It's loaded now. Oh no, £19.95 plus £5.99 postage, and I believe that's going Royal Mail anyway, so it's not even going to cost me £5.99. So yeah, pretty awesome. I pay. I think there was like 20. No, not 20. I think there was like sort of 18 to 20 in there. I pay about 30p each for my PSP games from this guy I know. So cost to me would have been maybe £6. So yeah, £19.95 plus postage from £6. So I can't complain about it. It's all right. Right, question in the chat. Do you go to major retailers? What's that for? For stock or for like tape and things like that? I go for stock. I sort of like I do a bit, but not much. I get the odd thing from like Quality Save on RA, and I never do it in a big way. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfortable doing the RA. I never have. I felt comfortable doing a little bit of it, but never like in a massive way. So I sort of tend to avoid the major stores. I do a bit, as I say, like, go to Sainsbury's and I check the Lego, check what the offers are on the Lego and stuff like that, or various other bits and bobs. And in terms of if you meant for supplies, no, I don't generally go to major retailers. I do go to Wilko every now and then for my tape, because they've got good pricing there. It's like 20p a roll for clear tape. But yeah, other than that, I generally get my packaging supplies and that online. So yeah, that's that. There is a couple of other items. Let's have a look. I'll have to get the prices up for these because I can't remember. N64 game was £6.99, which is this one there, and that was Aero Fighters Assault. Alien Hominid, which they haven't paid yet, but that went for £5.99. I did decide to actually keep my PS2 games on under a tenner as well because there's not many of them, and they're easy, like whacking a jiffy bag. But I did have quite a lot of under a tenner items on that were like small parcel, and I sort of wanted to get rid of a few of them because I just couldn't bother dealing with that. Sims, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just go down my little list and just reel off a few sales. Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth, PCCD, like PCCD1, £8. Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth 2, day, but to different people, so that was cool. For £19.99 plus postage. Lego 7170 Stringer. I think that was like a Bionicle, a Hero Factory. £12.99 plus postage. McDonald's Coca-Cola limited edition glasses, £17.95 plus postage. Prices on these things, I paid £150 or £150 each on the Lord of the Rings. Hero Factory I got in a job lot. I honestly can't remember what it cost me, but I'm in profit on it. McDonald's Coca-Cola glasses, I ended up paying about £1 each for them, I think. Yeah, in a charity shop, if it's the one I'm thinking. Strider 2 went, you know, that game I got ages ago. It ended up going for 45 in the end. I took one off the foot on it, but you know what? I was happy with that. And that I'm well into profit on that job lot. That was a big job lot of PS1 stuff. Large vintage antique birdhouse. That was the one I wanted to share with you. £39.99 plus £7.95 postage. And that one was great. Cost me £12. So much interest on that. Oh my god, crazy amount of interest. So yeah, that one went. I really want to share that with you guys. Yeah, that's already been dispatched. That was a few days ago now. But yeah, £40 for that plus postage. So happy days. Do you only shop in charity Goodwill? I imagine you're in the States because we don't have Goodwills here. We have like cancer research and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I do go to charities. Like if you follow my channel, you'll know that I'm like an avid charity shopper. I wouldn't say it's like my main source of stock at the moment. I'm like 90% of my stuff that I get is online. Stock online. By the time we get to March, April, it'll probably be about 60% online, 30% car boots, 10% charity shop. So I like to work it. I'm quite a lazy bugger, and I do like doing a lot of stuff just on my computer online. And that's what I've always done things online. Like when I was younger, I used to do like surveys online to get money. I used to do Twitter to send out tweets and get money that way. Oh my god, hundreds of different stuff I did. Article writing, blog writing. Oh my god, absolutely anything. Basically, I had a saved search set up, like make money online. I don't know whether you call it a saved search, but a Google search like set up on my bookmarks for make money online. And I'd have it set to like 24 hours. So any new make money online sites or make money online blogs, I would read and try and find new ways to make money, basically. And I've always been kind of like, I like my computer and just sitting on and making money that way. And I still do the odd survey. I have quite a cool app on my phone. I did a lot of basically, what am I trying to say? I did a lot of like make money apps. I'm just gonna. No, I didn't play online poker. Well, actually, I did. Me and my friend did try it, but I don't know. Oh, you're not going to see that, are you? But that probably not. I don't know how I'm going to sort of tilt it. I don't know. But anyway, there's an app on there called Roamler, where you go to like different stores, and they basically give you a task to do. It's like mystery shopping. And you get like a certain amount of money for it. It's like £4, £3, £5. I think up to about £8. And you just snap a few photos of the displays, tell them what's like in like certain products, whether they're in stock or not, like how many of them are on the shelf, all that sort of stuff. And you get paid for it. So I do that. I also have an app on there that you probably won't have been able to see called Crowdcube, which is basically equity investments in startup companies. It's quite risky, but if you're spreading your sort of risk and you're only investing a little bit in certain ones, you can invest like from below a tenner. No, sorry, from a tenner. But I generally go off no less than 100 quid, because otherwise it's just not worth it. I did used to do it when I was a bit younger and I was investing like 10, 20 quid, but it's just not worth it. I didn't have the money to invest back then. But now I have a little bit of money that I can take out of the business, and I can sort of, the thing about me is I like to put my money into things, like reinvest it into more things that's going to make me more money. It sounds a bit weird, but it's like I earn money to then invest in things to earn more money. That's the way I like it. I've always done that. Whenever I've got money, I invest in things to earn more money. For example, like, I know, okay, Lego isn't an investment. I'm not going to make money on it, but it's going to hold its value. Hence why I like Lego. So obviously that won't hold its new value because it's out of the packet, but it's going to hold a good value. Now, maybe 20 years time it might not, but if I sold it today, I could get a good amount of the purchase price back for those, you know, the exosuit up there and the Phantom there and all that sort of stuff. And I've got bigger sets along there. So that's why Lego, I like investing my money into things that are going to hold the value fairly well or make me more money. Oh, I've just realised the lighting's a bit off, isn't it? I am breaking up a bit. But that's just me. So I have those apps on my phone as well. Yeah, so Matt says, did you have to play online poker? And yeah, I didn't. I did. I was talking about that before, but then I sort of interrupted you. I did a bit with my friend and Matt, and we had a few, like, you know, the roulette, like the technique with the roulette wheel, and we did that and we earned a bit of money, but I don't know. I've never really been too into that. And one of the ways we tried failed. I mean, this is me all over, right? The amount of times I failed with making money before I got to reselling. I mean, oh my God, it's so funny. But there's a great saying from Oscar Wilde. I think I've said this before on a chat or something. It's success. Oh God, I forgot it now. Oh, blooming it. Can someone tell me the saying? I'll have to Google it or something. That's it. Success is, I've not even typed it in, I just remembered. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. I think that's blooming great, that is. But it is the true definition of success, because if you believe that you're successful. So it doesn't matter about the amount of money you have or the amount of people in your life or whatever. If you deem that to be acceptable, if you deem, you know, I don't know, 20 grand, 15k successful in your life, then you're successful because you believe you're successful. Whereas if you believe 100k, nothing less than 100k is successful, then if you end up like not getting that in your lifetime, you'll always constantly feel down and depressed because you've got this sort of target that might be out of your grasp. Maybe it is within your grasp, but it might not be. So success is always going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. That's what I did for 1,000 times over for years, from about 13 to 19 when I started reselling. And I lost money on things and all this sort of stuff. But I never lost my enthusiasm, my passion for it. I just went on to the next thing. Oh, I lost 20 quid there, right, I'll move on. And that's why in reselling, I'm not afraid to put a bit of money down on an item, because I'm always thinking, am I okay to lose that amount of money? Am I okay to put 100 quid into this item and lose it? And in most cases, if it's a 5, 10, maybe even 20 quid item, I'll be like, all right, yeah, if I lose it, I'll lose it. But I'm not reckless. I don't just like throw 20 quid down an item. I'm not saying that. I do obviously make sure that I will get my money back, or 90% certain. But what I'm saying is I'm not afraid to put that down with the back of my mind saying, you know, you might lose this money. And that's what you always have to say when you're a reseller. You know, you've got to realize that this money could be lost. If you do your research and all that sort of stuff, it's very unlikely that you're going to lose the money. At the end of the day, if you're throwing 20 quid down, it's like these equity investments. If I'm throwing 100 quid down, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit risky. I have to be prepared to lose that money. And also, these things are very long term as well. Stocks and shares, things like that, can be quite long term. And you have to realize that that money is then tied up. And you're going to have to wait X number of years or X number of months before you get any dividends or before you get any kind of reward from it. Obviously, there's other types of stocks and shares and things like that, but you might get a quicker return on. But yeah, with all these different things with making money, you've got to be aware of that risk. But I'm rambling now. It's bloody 12:05, probably been on for bloody half an hour. I can't seem to do a live chat that is under half an hour. People need to teach me how to stop rambling and just sign off. What I'm going to do after the chat is just like put like some notes or something, or some black screen over that address, because I don't know whether you could see it. But if I can't do that, I might have to take the video down because I don't want my video to be showing a customer's address. So yeah, we'll have one more question. Lauren says, I don't know what I was doing there. Lauren says, is there another scanner for Amazon, or is it just about that? No, there's like Profit Bandit. There's, what's the other one? Someone say in the chat, Profit Bandit, and then there's another one, isn't there? I think Profit Bandit costs a £5, or it might be the other one I'm thinking of that costs money. But the Amazon app, it's perfectly fine. I've only got that. I don't use any of the others, and that's perfectly fine. You see all what you want. You can see everything. You can see your sales rank, your the title, the fees on there. Although I wouldn't quite trust the Amazon fee calculator on there. But you can see the fees, you can see all that, and that's all you need to know. Well, Andy has just popped up, so I'm going to just answer his question quickly. Hey, Ads, have you encountered any scammers recently? Oh my God, yeah, I have. I did something really stupid, really stupid, and talking on losing money. Okay, this is quite funny. I was on Gumtree. And I don't do a lot of sourcing on Gumtree, it's one of my avenues. And I saw this lot, and it was a Dreamcast. It was a Dreamcaster. I was like, oh my God, 35 quid for a Dreamcast. Awesome. And it had 70 games with it. 70 games. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm just going to get a bit more information. Looked on the listing, looked on the photos, did a bit of research and all that sort of stuff. And then I said to him, would you post it? And he said, yeah, I'll do it for a tenner. And I have the tendency to sometimes pay people via PayPal through friends and family. I don't do it all the time. I sometimes do it. This time, I don't know whether I was meant to press goods and services and press friends and family, but sometimes I press friends and family. I do it with a couple of business contacts that I am, close with. I know them. I've done tons of deals with them, but I don't generally do it with people like on Gumtree or, maybe via text that I've never met before, but I've never done any solid deals with. But I did it this time, £45, because it was like £10 extra postage, and it didn't turn up. And I was like, hang on a minute, what? This is it's only after 3 or 4 days, but I'm very impatient, as probably most of us are in today's society. And it didn't turn up. And then I went on to his profile on Gumtree, and he had the exact same picture and the exact same listing posted up. And I was like, oh God, what have I done? What obviously happened is he'd seen the opportunity. I'd obviously been really interested. He'd put it on for a reasonable price to attract all these resellers. What he'd then do is then basically get it to be posted out to them, and then once it's posted out, basically try and get them to pay with friends and family. In my case, it was just a genuine mistake. If I had actually pressed goods and services, it would have been probably fine because I would have been able to get my money back. I've got to look into actually getting my money back, but yeah, basically then he would scam them. But I was also thinking, hang on a minute, Gumtree is mainly for collection only. And I was thinking, if he had that photo, then, and obviously he was willing for people to come around his house and collect it, then he must actually have the Dreamcast. So it was a bit dodgy, but I mean, for all I know, it could turn up today. To be fair, I'm not 100% sure he's a scammer. I just got that instinct. But he also said to me, I messaged him on Friday, and I said, look, it's not turned up yet. I didn't basically, what's the word, confront him about the fact that he had the exact same listing on. Maybe if I contact him again today or tomorrow, I might do that and maybe scare him a bit, but I don't know. I don't think so. I doubt it. I doubt I'm going to get my money back, but I don't know. But yeah, so might come today, tomorrow. I really don't know. But it was one of those things that is just stupid, that I was stupid on. I should have clicked goods and services. I'm quite happy to do friends and family through PayPal once I've done like solid deals with people, and there are certain contacts that I trust to the extent you can trust someone in business. And I've done friends and family hundreds of times, well, not hundreds of times, but tens of times with them. And I've always got the stuff. And one parcel went missing one time. And obviously I'd done friends and family in that, but then they all rectified it, and the parcel, gone off. The parcel, turned up at my door, all that sort of stuff. And I trust them, to the extent you can trust someone in business. So I don't mind doing friends and family with them, but it was just a stupid mistake, really. But I'm going to sort of, as I say, I'm going to try and get my money back some way, somehow. But if I can't, I can't, and that's what happens in business. No one's going to sort of cover you. No one's just going to say, oh, it's all right, you can have half of my paycheck this week and there's your 45 quid back. It's gone. So you've got to be on it in business. Taz says, hi Ad, have you completed your tax return? Was it an easy process? Yeah, I have. I completed it in October. I was trying to do it in April, May time, and I just slacked off. I didn't do it. But yeah, I have done it. It was a bit confusing at first, but it's all right. If you have your figures, like I have my Excel spreadsheet, my black book, all that sort of stuff. If you have your figures, it's fine. It's easy. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, right. That's probably the wrong word, easy. But for me, it was fairly simplistic. It was all right. But don't forget, I've studied business. I know about accounting. I know about these things. So it wasn't anything like really daunting to me. But if you haven't studied business or done any sort of basic research, it might be less easy. It might feel a bit less easy. But for me, it did feel quite. I don't want to say easy, but it felt quite a smooth process, really. So yeah, anyway, I'll sign off now, guys. I'm just going to rewatch the video. Obviously, I need to cover that address up, and I will see you in the next one. As I say, I will have a video up this week. I'm going to do Thursday talks. Whether it's live or not, I don't know, but probably will be. And I will also do a haul video some point this week. I am actually thinking of posting more of my sales photos on my Facebook page. So if you want to like my Facebook page down below, you can do. What I will do is post regularly my sales on my Facebook page, and then basically I'm not having to do like the sales updates on my channel. Obviously I will still do sales updates on my channel, but they're like the one video that, for one, I'm not really passionate about doing, but for two, it takes the most editing as well. So I will still do like a monthly update on my channel for sales, but I'm thinking the better option is just you guys can go down below, go on my Facebook page, and I'll just post my sales regularly on there, and you can see them anyway. And it just makes a bit less work for me, because wherever I can save a bit of time nowadays, it's good. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking to do. So if you haven't already, please do go down below, like my Facebook page, and I will put like a weekly or bi-weekly batch of sales on there. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for all the people in the chat, all the questions. And yeah, I'll probably see you on Thursday for Thursday Talks, unless I do a video prior to that. So yeah, see you very soon, guys. And now we have to do the awkward trail to the old stop broadcast thing. See you guys.